Unless you're born into a family with billions and billions of dollars, you're gonna have to work eventually. It's just the rule of life. No one wants to work, everyone has to do it. And with going to work comes coworkers, some you like and then most you hate. And today I compiled a list of 8 different types of coworkers. So yeah, I've been working since I was 15 years old, so it's been 4 years that I had to deal with every single type of these coworkers. I made 5 different tiers. At the top of it we have our go-to coworker. Next down is nice to be around, meh, prefer if they weren't there, and then avoid at all costs. So yeah, I think we're just gonna get straight into it. So the first coworker we have is the Yapper. For me, the Yapper is a hit or miss. They're gonna want to talk to you and just say the most random nonsense. On some days, I'll be honest, that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to have a little distraction from just, you know, doing your work all day. It's nice to just have like a little bit of an escape, just talking about random stuff. But it's on the days that you don't want to talk to anybody. Maybe you had a bad morning, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and then they just keep yapping at you, and it just makes you want to hit them with a that kind of bumps them down a bit. Also, it comes to the fact if they're like a yapper and they're not working, if they're like solely focused on talking to you and not doing their task, that can be infuriating. With all that being said, I'm gonna place them in the meh, because sometimes it's pretty good, most time it's not really that. But yeah, that's pretty much the Yapper. The next one is a common one that I'm sure everybody who's had a job has encountered. It is the old head. I was a swim instructor. I've been a lifeguard, a personal assistant, fine dining, fast food. I've worked in a wide amount of jobs. In every job that I've worked at, there's always been at least one old head who should not be there. Yeah. And it's insane to me. Bro's pushing 50, has a family of 4, and this is working at McDonald's. And I'm not trying to bump the hustle, because honestly, some of the old heads that I've worked with have been like some of the greatest people I've worked with me being 19. I'm like over here trying to hang out with a dude who's like 42. I'm not really able to because they always want to go to the bar and I'm 19. But some of these old heads are pretty cool. Wise words of wisdom. If you have any question or anything, you go to one of these old heads and they will spit some knowledge on you. 9 times out of 10, sometimes they'll say some like outdated stuff and you're just kind of looking at them like. But that's only the good old heads. The grumpy ones, I'm talking about like the ones who would just hate their job, hate that they're working with you. I've met a fair share of some jealous ones. I'm 20 years younger than them and I'm working the same job they are and they get mad about that. Those old heads, just drop it down for everybody. At the end of the day, they will spew some knowledge at you and help you out. So I'm gonna be placing them at the prefer if they weren't there. I would prefer if most of them weren't there, but then there's always the select few that are pretty nice. Next on the list, we have our BOP, aka our work girlfriend. Most jobs I've worked at, there's always been that work girlfriend. You know, you have this girl named Sally over here. She's a man at home, and then she's over here trying to talk to everybody, you know, having work boyfriend, calling everybody bestie. Oh man, this has gotten me in trouble because most of the times that I've had a job, I've been in a relationship, and they specifically target guys who they know are cuffed, and they try and go after them and just try and cause like as much drama as possible. Meanwhile, they have a man at home waiting like, dude, these girls are terrible, man. The word girlfriend is, I honestly, it's terrible, man. Yeah, I'm putting this at avoid at all costs. Because you know, the moment you do anything with them, the whole workplace knows. It's bad. It's just not a good look for you. I'm putting them at avoid at all costs. And for our next one, we have our couple. Couples are cool most of the time. Notice I said most of the time because look, trying to get through my shifts, long day, fresh out of school, go straight to work, and in the corner of my eye I see Susan and Michael going at it, ham and cheese on the back table. I'm like, yo, chill out. This was really prevalent during my lifeguard days. Most of the time they're really lovey-dovey and it's really just cringy. I'm gonna also put this one at prefer if they weren't there. Don't date your coworkers. Oh my god, I don't even know who needs to hear that, but I've been at so many jobs where there's always a few sets of coworkers start talking to each other too much to get scheduled on the same shift, dates, and the next thing you know, like a few months down the line, they break up and it's just awkward for the whole place, dude. There's so many fish in the sea and you think the love of your life is gonna be in a Raising Cane's. Get out the back kitchen, my boy, go outside, go on a walk, find somebody else. Don't date your coworkers. It's the most, I hate it. I really hate it. But yeah, prefer if they weren't there. Now our next one, the gossiper, because that's pretty much what they are. And don't just confuse it for just women. Whenever I bring up like gossipers, everybody just assumes women. I have one person in mind when I think of a gossiper. It was at one of my fast food jobs, and it was a man. Not even a man, he was a little boy. Like if you're spreading gossip, you're not a man, you're a little bro. Dude, he would like talk about everybody. If a gossiper has an opinion on something, they will let everybody know. And God forbid you disagree with them. Oh man, They will turn on you like crazy. They will turn on you like crazy. Gossipers feed off of evil. Play the clip.
I thrive off negativity. Anything negative, I'm for it.
Yeah, what he said. Gossiper is definitely going to avoid at all costs. I can't see anything positive about the gossiper. Literally nothing.
Yo, I'm halfway through editing the video. It's not over yet.
Don't click off yet. It's not done yet.
But I just want to remind you guys to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I love you guys. That'll be all.
I love you guys. Alright, the next is a bum, or like the lazy one. Yeah. Next we have is a lazy coworker. Now, I'll be honest, I feel like we've all been the lazy coworker at some point in our lives. Not necessarily like throughout the entire time we worked there, maybe like one day you just don't feel like doing anything. As long as work's not busy, it's like a slow day, everybody's doing their own thing. 9 times out of 10, the lazy coworker is actually pretty chill. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty hard worker. And when I have a lazy coworker, but they're like really chill just to talk to, I really don't mind it. I believe they're pretty nice to be around. But the only problem that comes with that is when there's a very busy day, your coworkers being lazy. You could especially see this in food service jobs, because I feel like in all the food service jobs I've had, there's always been like a select few of lazy coworkers that are hella cool, but then when it gets busy, they're just sitting there doing nothing. That's when it gets the most infuriating. I'll say nice to be around. In our next one, we have our Debbie Downer, and I got a picture of like the sadness from Inside Out, because really at all times that's what they're acting like. At the end of the day, everybody has to work, nobody wants to do it, and this person especially doesn't want to do it, and they will let you know every shift. Oh my god, I'm already thinking of like some old coworkers I've had, and man, it's you'll be having a nice day, they walk in, they're like,
oh, I don't want to be here.
And that's something I just that really gets under my skin. I don't know why. Obviously you don't want to be here. No one wants to be here, bro. We want to go home. And they just bring the mood down. They may work hard, they may do this, they may do that, but at the end of the day, they're just gonna bring the mood down. A lot of the times they're pretty lazy as well, so you kind of have that on top of it. They're not as bad as like a work girlfriend. I'd rather have someone who's like sitting in the corner fuming than have like the work girlfriend come over here trying to flirt with everybody. It just gets in that bad. So I'm gonna put them up prefer if they weren't there. And for the next one, we have the snitch. Something I find really interesting when I got my first job, like the whole social class of working is very similar to high school. You can apply all these different types of coworkers, throw them into a high school, and it's literally the same thing. That's the same thing with the snitch that I'm about to talk about right now. The snitch is essentially the teacher's pet, and we've all been with the teacher's pet, or whoa, pause. And we've all have experiences with a teacher's pet. If you do something wrong, they're snitching. You take 1 minute off a break, they're telling the manager. You show up 2 minutes late, they're telling the manager. Like these people are the most annoying people ever. I have a few in mind that I'm pretty cool with, because like honestly I don't think I'm that bad of a worker. Snitch pretty much sucks. It's like a glorified version of the teacher's pet. They're gonna have to go into the avoid at all costs. The next one we have on the list is the person who's new. Bro might be weird, bro might be cool, bro might be awkward, bro might be a fool. You're probably not gonna even be talking to him for real. He's not gonna be talking to you. Y'all just gonna be like, hi, how are you? You really don't even know anything about bro. Honestly, I think they're pretty nice to be around. I'm just gonna put us up at the nice to be around. For the last one on our list, we have the cocky coworker. This could be the coworker that's been working at this place for the past 20 years. This job has been their life, and they just think they know everything about it. If you're doing something wrong, they're gonna correct it because they know exactly what to do. When it comes to a lot of confrontation at work, I try my best not to get involved or anything. If I don't agree with somebody, I'll just let it slide. We're all there to get some money. I'm not here to make friends. But yeah, these cocky guys, I mean, I guess I would prefer if they weren't there, but that's most coworkers, but they're not really that bad, and that's mad. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna conclude the list. So at the top of our list, we have the bum, and at the bottom of our list, we have the snitch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support on the last video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment your opinion on my list. I know I'm gonna infuriate some of you guys with this one, and leave some video ideas in the comments. As for now, I'm gonna catch you guys later. See y'all. Peace.